Hello, this is Liz with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with you that combines some Celebration products with some other products that are available beyond Celebration. But my hope is that I know some of you like to copy things exactly, and that's okay, but I want you to use these ideas and maybe you can incorporate products that you already have, or you can incorporate some new products that are available maybe after these items that I'm showing you are discontinued, but you could still use the idea. So look for the idea of what I'm sharing with you today, okay? So I'm going to be using, these are awesome. This is called Everyday Arches. Look at these dies. All these different arches, there's different ways you can use them. They can be used as windows. They can just be used for a cool effect on your card. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you two different ways that they could be used, but they're all different sizes, so they're great for layering. And again, they're called Everyday Arches dies. Set those aside. I'll be using the stamp set Pick a Season. Now this is from Celebration. Depending on when you're watching this, this is going to come to an end on Friday, February 28th. So if you're watching this before then and you see this and you like it, you might want to take advantage of it. Again, it's a free item with a $60 purchase. If it's after February 28th that you're watching this, you could definitely still do this card with another stamp set, just using the idea, okay? So Pick a Season is a Celebration set. I'll be using paper from let's see, from the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. And again, this is a Celebration option. You see the fruit, and sometimes people go, oh my goodness, I love that fruit. That's great. Other people go, fruit, I don't know. The colors, look at the colors. I love the color combinations. And the back sides, you have fruit on the front, and then most of the back sides are like just designs. Okay, so the color combinations are great. So I'll be using just the back side. This side has some melons on it, and this side is just like a geometric, almost like a stained glass design, and that's what I'll be using. All right, so my card base is Garden Green. It's a regular 8.5 by 11 cut in half. This is Garden Green. This piece here is Granny Apple Green, and that's from the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper pack. The ink colors that I'll be using: Crumb Cake, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, and Petunia Pop. That's just a fun one to say to me, Petunia Pop. All right. So let's do our stamping first, and then we'll assemble. So again, I'm using the Pick a Season. I'm going to pull off this piece here. Okay, so this top piece here, I will say when I first pulled it out, I was like, oh, great. How do I know what's going to be the top and the bottom? So I figured it out. I moved around, figured it out, and then I took a Sharpie, and wrote like a little mark right here on the back. That way I know that that's the bottom. So I can set that in here, and that will be the bottom of my stamp. Okay. All right, so these are the two arches that I had already cut out. I did a white one, and then this is Petunia Pop. And if you can see, I'm going to put this up real close. If you can see, there's like a little dotted edge around it that gives it some nice detail also. So we're going to do this in Granny Apple Green. Okay, put that right in here. There we go. This is Granny Apple. Okay. And then I'm going to, and I have ink smudged all over my fingers. What the heck? There is ink on my fingers. Please, I cannot be alone with that one. Look at this. There's ink all over right there. So fortunately, I have a couple extras of these punched out. We're going to try this again. I don't know what that ink is from, but that is a crafter's dilemma on a regular basis, isn't it? All right, I'm going to try and get that ink off my fingers. We're going to do this again. So you're not alone. It happens to me too. Let's try. Fancy. I have some extra ones done here. That is so weird. All right. Let's try this again. Let's try it again. All right, we're going to stamp that. There we go. No smudges on there. Let's put that one aside. And then with this pick a season, there are some Easter eggs here. There's flowers. There's some shamrocks. There's some hearts. So you can have fun filling in these empty spaces. I'm going to do the flowers. Let me get the flower stamps here. The flowers are right here. And we'll do the flowers, and I'm going to stamp that in Petunia Pop. So just, again, tap, tap, tap. Don't squish, squish, squish. You end up with ink all over the block. So I'm going to just put my flowers in these spots. And we'll put some extras in there. All right, next we're going to do the trunk. And I'm doing that in crumb cake. So let me grab the trunk here. And I'm going to get rid of the flowers. We'll put the trunk on here. We're going to take our trunk. Oh, my trunk stayed right on the ink pad. What? All right. Let's try this again. There we go. And there's my trunk. Okay. And what do we need next? I think that's it for that part. So that's it. That's that part there. So let's go ahead and we're going to assemble that on top here. We're going to put the piece we just stamped on our layer. Okay. And we'll let that dry a minute. Let's take this, again with the liquid glue. You don't have to be heavy with it. Okay, and you don't want to go too close to the edges. But look how light I am with that. Okay, can you see that there? It does not have to be super heavy. When it's heavy too, you'll end up seeing lines sometimes through the front side because it's so thick, and you really don't want that. So just lightly. A little bit goes a long way. And I'm going to lay that on top. There we go. And I'm laying this flat. We'll get to the dimensionals because I know that you know that I love when something is popped up when there are dimensionals. Again, do you see the amount of glue that's going on there and not close to your edges? So I'm going to put this on here. Okay. All right, now for our words. Now I'm going to take one of the, I'm taking the smallest arch. This is the smallest arch that's in this die set. Okay, I'll take it this way. And I am going to just put the words hello. And we're going to stamp that in garden green because we want to bring out the garden green card base. So we want to bring something else garden green into the rest of the design. So I'm stamping hello in garden green. Straight down, straight back up. There we go. Okay, now I wanted some kind of embellishment on here, but I didn't have anything that was Petunia Pop or that was garden green or Granny Apple Green. So what we can do is I have Granny Apple Green of my Stampin' Blend. And I have these classic MAC dots. So we're going to open this up. And I'm going to pull out. There's white or cream ones here, either one. I'm using the brush end of this. And I'm going, my brush end is a little smushy. All right, let's see if we're going to do this. I might need a new one of this one. So we're going to color right on top of the white one here. And you can't do this with the Stampin' Write markers because they're water-based. But these Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based, so I can color right on top of that. let's do 2 of them. You can color right on top of those and it will dry and not wipe off. All right. I grab my scissors here. And that way you can make these embellishments any color you want them to be. Put that on there. And let's get this one. All right. Okay. Now, usually I would put an I would put a dimensional on the back of this, but because this embellishment, these doodads already have height to them, I'm going to make this flat. So typically, because if you're putting them in the mail, you want to be careful of your height with it. Some people are a little afraid of like how much height you can do. My general rule is if I do dimensionals, then I don't do any embellishments that stick up. If I do embellishments that stick up like this, then I don't do any dimensionals on the back. If you're going to hand deliver it or you don't mind paying the extra postage, then go for it. Then do both. Do the dimensionals and the embellishments. But I typically do one or the other. Oh, you know what I wanted to do first, though? Let's do this. Hang on one second. I'm going to take Petunia Pop, and I'm going to use a blending brush. Okay, I'm going to get rid of a little bit of that excess here. I already had the glue on the back, but we can make this work. And I'm just going to brush my edges to give it a little bit of, because I'm doing white on white. It's a little trickier this way, but we can do it. Okay, there we go. Now I added a little extra color to that, okay? And I'm going to take this and I'm laying it down right up against the Designer Series paper edge. And we're going to press that down. And there you go. And there's your card. Hope you like that. Hope you like that idea. And then what I would do is, because it's darker on the inside, add a piece of white cardstock to the inside for writing. But those arches are great. This stamp set and that paper are celebration options. They're only available until February 28th, 2025. But you could also use a different stamp set and paper if you wanted to. These arches are available for a while yet, so go grab those everyday arches, they're called. And remember that little tip about the Stampin' Blends on white, or you could do them on like the diamondy type gems. So anyway, there you go. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.